when people hear that I'm from, because everybody says, "Girl, you're from Saginaw," because I grew up here,
Yeah.
and they say to me, "Saginaw, oh God, they gangbang down there, and they'll kill you about their girlfriend."
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, they will. They will. I let them. I'm free spirit. I let them do whatever they want to do. But
Mm-hmm.
my dad, he started. He got on drugs
Mm-hmm.
when I was young. Um, I remember him being on drugs, and
Hmm.
I didn't know that was what he was on at the time because
Of
I was
course not.
so young.
You're right.
But that's what happened. My mom left him when I was
Mm-hmm.
about 2 or 3, and then that's when
Mm-hmm.
she got with my stepfather, who raised me and my
Mm-hmm.
sister.
Where's
And my
he
stepfather
from?
didn't have no kids. We all from Flint, Michigan.
Okay, so your dad and everyone. Okay, yep.
Yeah.
That was one of my questions.
So
Is that on your profile it says you was from Flint, and I was like, are you really from Flint? Because that's where I
yeah.
got a lot of. I got roots in Flint too, so I was wondering about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm originally from. I grew up in Saginaw, and then I moved back to Flint when I was 22.
Hmm.
22, yeah, I was 22. I moved back to Flint, and then
Hmm.
it kind of was a back and forth thing because I had kids with a maniac, and so yeah, it was a broken home. It was a generational curse for real. Like
Hmm.
I fell in that, with the
Hmm.
single mother,
Hmm.
and that's what happened. So
Yes, that was a
I
question I
leave
forgot to
him.
type. Yeah, go ahead.
I would leave him and come back
Mm-hmm.
home to my mama. So it was like I was
Mm-hmm.
bouncing back and forth until I finally left him
Mm-hmm.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a question I had that I forgot to type. Is that with because I wasn't sure about Flint. That's right, because I didn't know your answer. It was that Flint for me is the most dangerous place I've ever been in. At least back then. I don't know about now, but back then that was the
No, yeah, it's
scariest
still
place I've
rough.
ever been. Between Saginaw, Detroit, and Flint. Flint was one of those like you step on someone's shoes and like you just a body on the ground.
Oh
Like I never
wow.
felt scared in Saginaw or Detroit. Did you feel like Flint was like that growing up?
I know because when I started going to Flint, I was 18 because I would
Hmm.
sneak down there and go to the club.
Yeah, me
So
too.
my brothers, I have brothers and I have another sister from my father
Okay.
side.
Hmm.
So they're older than me.
Yeah.
So and they knew like my mom, like, cause see, me and my sister, we grew up in the suburbs and stuff, and
Yep.
they grew up dead smack in the hood.
Yeah.
So when we came around, it was like my nickname Coco, and
Yeah.
so
I
my
remember
sister
that.
nickname is Toot, and so they're
Hmm.
like Coco and Toot in town. It was like top flight security. So we never got
Wow.
touched. We never, yeah, and it's still like that to this day, which is so funny. Like that, I'm 40 and they still treat me like that, and I
That's
have to
great
tell them
though.
like, I'm grown. I don't need you to do that anymore to
Yeah.
me.
Okay. That's what I wonder because Flint was tough for me. My dad got married to two people out of Flint. And so the first lady he was married to out there, she lived right off of Dayton. And
Oh,
like
okay,
in
go
Saginaw, I
ahead.
walked the streets, and in Detroit, I walked the streets. My grandma lived in Superhood, Southwest Detroit, but I wasn't scared there. But in Flint, it's like, dang, like I can't really walk out here. That's what it felt like. So I was wondering if it was
Okay.
just because I was right in that little pocket right there or not. And I used to date a girl up there too, and we went to. You probably know the club. I don't know the name. It's like a little palm tree.
Yes,
Yeah,
on
yeah. We
Tryo
went.
Road.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We went in there. I was like,
They shut
dang,
that down because
that's
so
what they
many
said.
people started getting killed in the
Getting
parking lot.
killed there.
But it
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily the club; it was just the outside of the club
That's what I felt. I was
that was
like, dang,
dangerous.
it was dangerous, right? That's what I thought.
It was. That was the
I
street.
went in there, I could like smell like death. I was like, dang, because I've been a lot of places. I've been in Chicago, I've
Yes.
been everywhere. I was like, what is this? This ain't normal.
But when people hear that I'm from, because everybody say, "Girl, you ain't from Flint, you from Saginaw," because I grew up here,
Yeah.
and they say to me, "Saginaw, oh God, they gangbang down there, and they'll kill you about their girlfriends." And da, da, da.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, they will, they will.
Yeah, I saw it was during the Gus Macker when I was young. There was a shooting there, but in Detroit, my uncle got shot right in front of me, which was crazy. I almost got hit, which was crazy. My mom said, "Don't cross the
Oh
road."
wow.
And I stood on the other side of the road. He went in his car and they sprayed up the front of his windshield. And I was like, I could have been right there, right next to the
Oh
car.
wow.
But still Flint felt like the most dangerous for me. So I was running. So I was just happened to be in the most dangerous places. That's probably why I was like that.
No, you was in a dangerous place. No,
Yeah, I
Flint
was.
was dangerous back then.
Yeah, of course. Okay, yeah. And the girl I was with
That's what
wasn't.
Big Meech and them from.
Yeah, yeah. Well, on my grandma's street was their dope boys all growing up. So just to get into
Yeah.
the neighborhood, you had to like kind of like be checked in. And
Yeah,
they
you had to
started to
know
know our
somebody.
car. Yeah, they started to know our car, so they just kind of let us go. But a lot of times they stop your car right there when you turn off of Schaefer, and they will like even now they got new guys. I'm sure it's not the same people, but it's kind of like in the tradition. It's like, well, we know Meech and them used to be up here, so we're gonna try to work in the same dope
Yeah, keep
houses
it
as them.
going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you can tell they're smaller time. But back then there was at times where you couldn't get into the neighborhood because there were so many customers. It was crazy. So,
Oh
but they're still
yeah.
there.
I know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know. You know, those were the type of men that I like. I know. Totally
Something.
opposite from my mom.
Yeah, it's totally opposite from your mom. Okay, that tells me a lot. Actually, I'm loving this because you're telling me a lot. So I can skip that question about Flint.